Sup nerds, I'm JeebusPlatinum. Welcome to episode 1, I guess, of Mass Complexities. This is going to be the videos where I go over pretty much all the information that's not directly part of the game. This is going to be my codex, my journal, my squad, leveling up, all that stuff. I'm going to keep separate from the Let's Play. And I want to thank Christopher Odd for the name Mass Complexities. Super helpful there. So we're going to start with the squad, and you can level up. You can see there I have 9 points for Jeebus Shepherd, and so I was told to put this into pistols, which I apparently can't do yet. I have options for basic armor up to 4, and apparently there are different stat boosts, obviously at different levels that you hit. So let's see. I haven't been using my throw or my warp, which are the skills that come with my class. I'm an adept, and that is a B word that gives me basically abilities, not barrier. Reduces the recharge time on throw, lift, warp, singularity, barrier, and stasis by 4%. So basically this is just going to allow me to be better, more efficient, and faster with my attacks and defenses, as well as giving me charm. Sets charm score at 1, opens up new dialogue options, and intimidate. And from what I've heard and what I understand, charm is the one I'm going to go into the most. It's probably going to be like 80-20. Charm and intimidate is kind of the personality I want to have. Obviously I don't think you set a percentage on that, but so I'm going to go 1 into charm, 1 into adept. I need to start using that more. Armor is probably going to be helpful, so we'll just go ahead and put 2 there. Throw, again, I need to start using my increases warp's duration. So I need to start using those abilities. Bolsters your shields with biotic barrier. Biotic, that's the word. That's fine. Totally awesome. Okay, so there I've leveled up myself, and then as you can see here, I'll rotate over to Ashley Williams. Hello. And I'm going to level her pistols up a couple times. Actually, we'll do the assault rifle as well. I don't know what she's using, but I can control that. So I need to. And then soldier increases health and regeneration. I don't have any more. Alright, and then let's rotate over to Kaiden. I was corrected, again, by Christopher Odd on how to say that. I think I just said it right. First aid. That is definitely going to be helpful because I take a lot of damage. I'm not the best at avoiding that. And then let's just go ahead and do barrier. Again, it is kind of a shield of sorts. Okay. So there's all that. I've got all of our levels put in there. I guess every level I'll get more points. And we'll get more into depth as we progress. But now let's go to our journal. Prologue, find the beacon. And so obviously this is what I have to do. Speak to the captain. Oh, no, okay. In reverse order. And take the train. A Turian named Saren killed Nihilus. He may be working with the Geth. Take the cargo train to the next platform and stop him before he gets the beacon. That is what we're going to be doing in episode 4. And so let's go ahead and do the codex, because that, yeah, has a lot to it. Goodness. So we're just going to start at the top. Buckle up. Aliens.
Roughly 1,200 years ago, the Turians were invited to join the Citadel Council to fulfill the role of galactic peacekeepers. The Turians have the largest fleet in Citadel space, and they make up the single largest portion of the Council's military forces. As their territory and influence has spread, the Turians have come to rely on the Solarians for military intelligence and the Asari for diplomacy. Despite a somewhat colonial attitude towards the rest of the galaxy, the ruling hierarchy understands they would lose more than they would gain if the other 2 races were ever removed. Turians come from an autocratic society that values discipline and possesses a strong sense of personal and collective honor. There is lingering animosity between Turians and humans over the First Contact War of 2157, which is known as the Relay 314 incident to the Turians. Officially, however, the 2 species are allies, and they enjoy civil, if cool, diplomatic relations.
That dude has an awesome voice. I don't know if I want him to read all of these, though, because... close entries. There we go. I'm sure there's a lot to it, and I kind of want to read through them myself.
The Geth are a humanoid...
No.
The Geth are a humanoid race of networked AIs. They were created by the Quarians 300 years ago as tools of labor and war. When the Geth showed signs of self-evolution, The Quarians attempted to exterminate them. The Geth won the resulting war. This example has led to legal, systematic repression of artificial intelligences in galactic society. The Geth possess a unique distributed intelligence. An individual has rudimentary animal instincts, but as their numbers and proximity increase, the apparent intelligence of each individual improves. In groups, they can reason, analyze situations, and use tactics, as well as any organic race. Geth space is located at the trailing end of the Perseus Arm, beyond the lawless Terminus systems. The Perseus Veil, an obscuring dark nebula of opaque gas and dust, lies between their space and the Terminus systems.
That right there is very interesting. Geth in large numbers become more intelligent, and when they're on their own, they are obviously less intelligent.
After the Geth secure a location, they round up and impale dead and living bodies on mechanical spikes. The spikes rapidly transform these victims into withered husks, extracting water and trace minerals, and replacing them with cybernetics. The cybernetics reanimate the lifeless flesh and tissue, transforming the bodies into mindless killing machines. Some Alliance soldiers refer to the husk-generating spikes as dragon's teeth, a reference to the mythological berserkers who sprang up from the earth wherever the teeth of the dragon Eris were planted. Dragon's teeth and husks bear little resemblance to other pieces of Geth technology. No one is sure why a synthetic race would bother to drain the minuscule amount of recoverable resources from organic corpses, though the value of reusing them as shock troops is obvious.
Yeah, and we've run into those guys a couple times, and they explode also, which is not cool. But there may be something there to them taking out the trace amounts of whatever's left in the bodies. Who knows? Well, I'm sure we'll find out later. Citadel and Galactic Government. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot to this one.
Spectres are agents from the Office of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance, and answer only to the Citadel Council. They are elite military operatives, granted the authority to deal with threats to peace and stability in whatever way they deem necessary. They operate independently or in groups of 2 or 3. Some are empathetic peacekeepers, resolving disputes through diplomacy. Others are cold-blooded assassins, ruthlessly dispatching problem individuals. All get the job done one way or another, often operating outside the bounds of galactic law. The Spectres were founded after the Solarians joined the Council. For many years, they operated in secrecy as backroom problem solvers. Only after the Krogan rebellions did their activities become publicized. Assignment of a Spectre is less contentious than a military deployment, but makes it clear that the Council is concerned about a situation.
So the Spectres is what I'm being evaluated to become. Nihilus was a Spectre as well as Saren. Obviously Saren killed Nihilus, and hopefully I'll become one. I think that would be pretty cool. But it said there they have 2 different ways of doing things, of accomplishing their goals, which kind of seems to run parallel with the Paragon and I don't remember the other one. But basically just brute force or kind of diplomacy.
The Systems Alliance is an independent supranational government representing the interests of humanity as a whole. The Alliance is responsible for the governance and defense of all extrasolar colonies and stations. The Alliance grew out of the various national space programs as a matter of practicality. Sol's planets had been explored and exploited through piecemeal national efforts. The expense of colonizing entire new solar systems could not be met by any one country. With humans knowing that alien contact was inevitable, there was enough political will to jointly fund an international effort. Still, the Alliance was often disregarded by those on Earth until the First Contact War. While the national governments dithered and bickered over who should lead the effort to liberate Shanxi, the Alliance fleet struck decisively. Post-war public approval gave the Alliance the credibility to establish its own parliament and become the galactic face of humanity.
That also is very interesting. I'm not quite sure why yet, but it's interesting. Weapons, armor, and equipment. This is like the last one.
Combat hard suits use a dual-layer system to protect the wearer. The inner layer consists of fabric armor with kinetic padding. Areas that don't need to be flexible, such as the chest or shins, are reinforced with sheets of lightweight, ablative ceramic. The outer layer consists of automatically generated kinetic barriers. Objects traveling above a certain speed will trigger the barrier's reflex system and be deflected, provided there is enough energy left in the shield's power cell. Armored hard suits are sealable to protect the wearer from extremes of temperature and atmosphere. Standard equipment includes an onboard mini-frame and a communications, navigation, and sensing suite. The mini-frame is designed to accept and display data from a weapon's smart targeting system to make it easier to locate and eliminate enemies.
And that right there is pretty cool too. The armor, it seems like it has a lot of different aspects and a lot of different facets to it. Okay, so secondary, I've got my personal history summary, which we kind of went over. Is he gonna read this? No. Okay, so this is yeah, this is everything that we went over in that first episode, 00. Basically my story. I was born on Earth, I became an orphan, I learned to survive, I joined the military, and then from there I think I ended up saving some people, right? Yeah, Elysium was saved and you're regarded throughout the Alliance as a true hero, which is probably why I'm being investigated to become a, oh, I forgot what it's called. Hold on. I don't remember. It starts with an S. Anyways, we'll move on to Humanity and Systems Alliance. Okay, 2069, Armstrong Outpost at Shackleton Crater becomes the first human settlement on Luna. It is formally founded on July 24th, the 100th anniversary of the first lunar landing. 2103, Lowell City in Eos Chasma becomes the first human settlement on Mars. 2137, Eldfell Ashland Energy Corporation demonstrates helium-3 fuel extraction from the atmosphere of Saturn. Oh, wow, we're getting out into the solar system, aren't we? 2142, construction of Gagarin Station Jump Zero begins beyond the orbit of Pluto. 2148, prospectors discover the Prothean ruins at Promethei Planum on Mars. 2149, translation of Prothean data leads humans to the Charon Mass Relay, Systems Alliance founded to coordinate exploration and colonization of extrasolar worlds. 2151, a shipping accident at Singapore International Spaceport exposes downwind communities to containers of dust form element 0. Alliance begins construction of Arcturus Station. Let's see how far down this goes. Pretty freaking far. So it's 2183 currently, and we'll just kind of move backwards to see pirates, slavers, humans, Alliance, biotics. So biotics are fairly new. Turians, the first contact war wasn't that long ago, so it's understandable they still have some hard feelings. And then weapons, armor, and minor equipment. The development of practical manufacturing omni-tools allows modern militaries a great deal of flexibility. An upgrade kit typically consists of less than a dozen unique parts. Just reading through all this, and there's not a whole lot there, but I'm sure it has some important stuff in it. Okay, so we covered my squad, we covered the codex, the journal, which is just my missions, load, save, map, and options. Let's go to equipment. And so this allows me to basically adjust and upgrade everything that I'm using. And so my pistol, I have a couple options here. So the one I'm using is the Kessler 1, 90 damage, 114 shots before overheat, and a 52 accuracy rating. So the Edge 1 has better damage, but overall lower scores. So I'm gonna leave that alone. Item, sniper rifle, I've only got one. Grenade launcher, only one. So here's an option, but actually this one looks a lot better. So I'm gonna switch to that. Some new armor there, awesome. More damage and only a fewer shots. So I'm gonna, yeah, I have two of those. I'm gonna switch to this one as well. And then my shotgun, geez, shotgun. Let's see, damage. I'm gonna stick with what I've got. I don't really use that a whole lot, but okay, there it is. And then I can rotate here and adjust what they're using. Now I know that I messed with her assault rifles. So it looks like what I've got is the same, and that one is. Actually, we'll switch her over to that. Nope. 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 Okay. And then Kaiden. Is that right? Kaiden? That's exactly what he has. Exactly what he has. So we've got a few of those. Same exact thing. Okay, so he looks good to go. I think that's everything, guys. This is where I'm at in the mission. Obviously, this is not episode 4. Episode 4 will be coming out. So thank you guys so much for watching. We will pick up where we left off. New armor, new weapons, and a new understanding of the background, the history of the world, the history of individuals, and just a deeper knowledge of what's going on. Thanks, guys.